Welcome back to the first official race of the 2025 NASCAR season for the week of racing at Daytona Speedway for Wednesday, February 12th through Sunday, February 16th of 2025. I hope everyone is ready for an exciting 2025 season. This week is the Cup Series Daytona 500, the Xfinity Series United Rentals 300, and the Truck Series Fresh from Florida 250, and the Daytona ARCA 200. I most likely will not do any previews of this race unless it is alongside one of the Cup, Xfinity, or Truck races. It has been reported that Xfinity will not be the title sponsor after the 2025 season. Stay tuned for future announcements about this change sometime this season. On February 2nd was the annual NASCAR Clash race. This year it was at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. In the 2025 Clash, Chase Elliott got the pole and led 171 of 200 laps to join his father, Bill Elliott, as winner of the Clash in 1987. Ryan Blaney was second, and Denny Hamlin third. Chase Elliott did a full lap burnout to celebrate the victory. You can look on YouTube to watch a video of that burnout celebration. The events for the Daytona 500 weekend start on Wednesday, February 12th at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time with Cup Practice 1. At 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time is the Cup Series Daytona 500 qualifying. This will determine the front row for the Daytona 500. Both events are on FS1. The first event for Thursday, February 13th is the ARCA practice at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. No television coverage for the ARCA practice. At 5:06 p.m. Eastern Time is the Truck Series practice on FS1. The main events start at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Duel 1, followed by Duel 2 at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. The highest finishing car from each of the duels and the fastest two open cars in single car qualifying will gain entry to the main race. Rows 2 through 19 are set by the results of the duels. The first duel's entries will fill the inside row, and the second will fill the outside rows. The final row will be formed by the last two open cars to enter on speed. That is all for Thursday. The events on Friday, February 14th start with ARCA qualifying at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time with no television coverage. At 3 p.m. is the Truck Series qualifying on FS1. Xfinity practice follows at 4:35 p.m. Eastern Time on the CW network. All Xfinity Series practice, qualifying, and races will be on the CW network this year. I'm not sure if you can stream any of that live on the CW app this season. I will update that for next week's race at Atlanta if you can stream the Xfinity races on the app or not. Cup Series second practice session is at 5:35 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. This is followed by the Truck Series Fresh from Florida 250 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All truck races this season will be on FS1. Saturday, February 15th events start at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Xfinity qualifying on the CW network. Noon Eastern Time is the Daytona ARCA 200 race on Fox. 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time is the third Cup practice on FS2. The final event of the day is the Xfinity Series United Rental 300 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on the CW network. That will be all for Saturday. The final event of the weekend is the Daytona 500 on Sunday, February 16th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. That will be all for the events for the 2025 Daytona 500 weekend. The Daytona weather forecast as of Monday, February 10th for Wednesday has highs near 82 degrees and lows around 66 degrees. A 20% chance of rain on Thursday with highs near 85 degrees with lows near 62 degrees. Friday has a 20 to 30% chance of rain with highs around 76 and lows near 64 degrees. Saturday has the highs near 81 degrees and lows around 65 with a 20% chance of rain. With this forecast being almost a week out, it is predicted to have a 50% chance of rain on Sunday with a high around 82 degrees. I don't think the weather will delay any part of this race this weekend, but we might see a change in the weather this far out. In the 2024 Fresh from Florida truck race, with one lap to go, Jack Wood gets turned, causing Taylor Gray to barrel roll onto other trucks, bringing out the caution. Nick Sanchez was leading at the time of the caution and got the win. Corey Heim was second, and Raja Karuth third. In the 2025 Truck Series Fresh from Florida 250, my pick to win is Corey Heim. Heim finished second in the Truck Series last year, with Ty Majeski winning the title. During the 2024 season, Corey Heim had 6 wins and averaged a 5.2 finish on 3 superspeedway tracks, which now includes Atlanta in that number. Heim is the highest returning finisher from the spring 2024 Daytona truck race, with a second-place finish. Last year's winner, Nick Sanchez, has moved to the Xfinity Series this year. Even though Heim didn't win the truck championship, between Eckes and Heim, they were the most dominant last year. I expect Heim to be the odds-on favorite to win the championship this year, as Eckes is now in the Xfinity Series. Last year's truck champion Ty Majeski will definitely be in the conversation for a back-to-back title, though. As for Daytona, anything can happen, but I still think Heim will be victorious in the end. First wildcard for the weekend is the 5th place overall finisher in the Xfinity Series last season, Chandler Smith. In the Xfinity Series last year on superspeedway tracks, Smith finished with a 7.16 average, 5th at the last spring Daytona race, and 2nd at the summer Daytona race. With all that being said, I expect Chandler Smith to be in the discussion for a truck title this year and in the mix for the win this weekend. The second wild card is Raja Karuth, who finished 3rd at this race last year. On speedway tracks last year, Karuth had an average finish of 5th. Karuth finished no worse than 8th at superspeedway tracks last season. I think Karuth is ready for a breakout season in 2025. In the 2024 Xfinity Series United Rental 300 at Daytona, a wreck on the backstretch in the final lap of the race would bring out the caution. Austin Hill, leading at the time, would win his 3rd consecutive spring race. Sheldon Creed was 2nd, and Parker Retzlaff was 3rd. In the 2025 Xfinity Series United Rental 300 at Daytona, I have Austin Hill winning for the 4th consecutive race. That will be a tall task, as one win there is something special. Until he loses, you have to have Austin Hill as the favorite. He is just so good at this track. Hill had 2 other wins, both Atlanta races, last season. In my opinion, he will definitely be the one to watch in the Xfinity race on Saturday. Jesse Love is my first wildcard pick in the Xfinity race. Although he finished 20 and 21st in both Daytona races last season, Love did get his first win as a rookie at the Spring Talladega race. 3 of the 6 speedway races last season were top 10 finishes. I think Love has what it takes to win on Saturday. My second wildcard is Sheldon Creed. The big question is, can Creed break through and get his first Xfinity Series win after finishing last season with 13 career runner-up finishes? Maybe, after 2nd place last year, in this race he is ready for victory lane. Creed finished top 10 in 4 of 6 speedway races last season. I think Creed will have a great race on Saturday. The 2024 Daytona 500 ended with a wreck to bring out the caution and checkered flag. This makes 3 of 3 races that ended under caution. William Byron was the winner, Alex Bowman 2nd, and Christopher Bell 3rd. In the 2025 Cup Series Daytona 500, Denny Hamlin is my pick to win. He has 3 wins in 2016, 2019, and 2020. Although he has been better on short tracks lately, I think he can get it done on Saturday and add to his 54 career wins. First wildcard is William Byron. He has been good as of late on the intermediate and speedway tracks over the past 2 years. I have him as a wild card this year, as he was the winner last year. My final wild card is Brad Keselowski. He has been good in his career on superspeedway tracks, mostly at Talladega. I am hoping that he can have a great race on Sunday. As you know, with any speedway race, anything can happen to take out the drivers with the big one. Let me know who you think will win the race this weekend. I hope you enjoy my preview videos this season. Thanks for watching.